social media? Nah. Our next speaker calls it business media because for him, that's where all your potential customers are. Also, if you have a B2B business. He's the CEO of Passion.io, a SaaS that helps founders to acquire customers at zero cost by marketing their content just better to clients in the era of smartphones and social media. From generating 50 million in revenue without ever showing his face to producing 600 plus high-quality posts per month in just a single day of effort, he's proven that AI-driven content marketing is a game changer. He has built his company fully remote since 2018, long before COVID happened, which made half of his team quit because they didn't like remote work. He then rebuilt it remote first, and business thrived during COVID. Today, you'll find him escaping German winter in sunny Tampa, Florida, where he's optimizing his life and business for what he calls peak independence, freedom of location, time, finances, and people. Please welcome our next speaker, Matthias Bellmann.
Thank you so much for a nice introduction.
Matthias, great to have you on the show. So, Matthias, before we jump into your talk, do you think that it's possible to build a unicorn company with just a single person?
Well, Sam Altman says it's not if, but when a single person builds a unicorn. And I would say history says he's right. Because in the Middle Ages, businesses were solo but powerful. Blacksmiths, millers, shoemakers, all thriving solo with simple systems. Only the industrial age brought big factories with assembly lines and big universities to teach management, right? And now AI and social media, especially post-COVID, completely flipped the script again. And businesses and education get completely decentralized again. And independence wins again. And actually being autistic in a juicy niche is a huge asset today. So the age of the one-person empire has arrived now. So this is how I generated 50 million on social media so that you can do the same and take your business to the next level. Of course, 50 million, that's not how it started, right? I wanted freedom, money, impact, adventure, fun with my family and friends, live life to the fullest. And how can I make all of that happen, right? As an entrepreneur, of course. So I started the business and it failed. And then I started another one and it failed, another one and it failed. And ultimately 3 companies, 3 failures. And there I was working 80 hours a week, putting my soul into my company. And then also life happened. So I got married, I had kids, and suddenly there was never enough time, not for my business, not for my family, not for my friends, not even for myself. And I couldn't do anything properly. Everything was just frustrating. So entrepreneurship, I thought, should be about building your dreams, right? Not a prison. But then I still had that dream, freedom, to give my family independence and to live an extraordinary life and to create something that really mattered. And yet I was there stuck even more. Either I work hard and destroy and disappoint my family until I die, maybe, or I slow down and destroy my business until I run out of funds to also disappoint my family again. And I thought grinding and persistence might fix it, but I didn't want to become a shitty divorced dad. And even worse, the world had changed. So social media and AI revolutionizing everything, how businesses grow, how customers are won, how companies scale with minimal cost. And I saw others take off and becoming wildly successful. And I got a massive fear of missing out. And yet I was stuck in this old mindset to build my company, like hiring people and then getting frustrated with bad hires, playing around with social media, but not really truly owning it, wasting time in a way, in like way too many pointless meetings that didn't move the needle at all, right? And I realized I was still doing what used to work, but realized it's not what works now. And so I searched for a new and better way to build my business in the era of social media and AI. And I found a niche of creators who were living the dream, making millions of dollars, working 10 hours per week at an 80% profit margin with a small team of mavericks. So I started working with these creators for 12 years, and I discovered a new and better way to build my business. I created my own formula. I call it the marketing flywheel, and it helps to acquire clients at zero cost in the era of social media and AI. I added that marketing flywheel then to my SaaS, and then this happened. We made it to the Inc. 5000, became one of America's fastest growing companies. We received one award after the other for cracking 7 and then 8 figures. We became profitable and then the most capital efficient company in our investors' portfolios. It felt so good to finally have cracked the code. And then I shared everything with selected clients and they crushed it. And I've perfected this engine over the last 5 years and called it Marketing OS. So to make 50 million with social media like we did, you have to nail these 5 components. First, brand, which builds you an authentic brand that makes your life more exciting. So you need a banger brand today and a culture that draws people in. This can also be a set of personal brands that represents your company brand. So it doesn't have to be yourself. We call these brand faces. And with that, we convert traffic 90% better than a competition. Also, we use brand faces in recruiting and get today 10,000 applications per month. That's 46 times more and better applications than before doing that. And we also attract actually really strong people, and that led to us setting internally really higher, unreasonably high standards, I would argue, which enabled us to build a true performance culture. Then next one, content gets you more customers by shipping quality content at scale. We will dive deep on that topic today in a minute and how we use AI there. Then funnels convert your clients automated without needing sales teams. We use 90-minute long webinars that run 24/7, 60 minutes of value in these webinars, then 30 minutes of pitching and closing. 8% of webinar attendees buy. And it's all pre-recorded and fully automated. And then offers changes your client acquisition from cost to profit center. We sell stacks of offers to front load cash collection, and that enables us to collect 51 times more cash up front than what we show on our public SaaS pricing page, and also what the competition charges. And this leads to instant profit, which is unheard of in the SaaS world. And then lastly, automation, which reclaims your time through AI-enabled automations. We make 8 figures with a small remote first team, no office, not even before COVID. Our mindset is automate, delegate, or stop doing it. And we strive for peak independence, which means total freedom of time, location, finances, and people. So zooming out, this engine attracts eyeballs on social media and converts them into profit. So imagine you finally crack the puzzle, you get tons of new customers, they're coming in for free, and your business explodes to a whole new level. Like that's what this engine does. So as we only have limited time, let me share the engine parts where AI is key, which is content. Out there are 5 billion social media users today. Everyone more or less is on social media now. So unless you market to aliens, your clients are all there. So don't call it social media, call it business media. And why would you be excited to be featured in Forbes once, maybe, if you and your content could be featured daily, multiple times, exclusively to your dream clients that crave your offer and publish that in a better quality than Forbes ever could? And I tell you, business media is changing everything. It already changed how people buy things on a global level. And it's the way to get clients in 2025 and beyond. And it is as impactful as when the internet and AI came and disrupted everything. It won't go away. It's ride or die. So here's how to win at the content game. Let's go. The Hormozis scaled in less than 4 years to 1 billion. How did they do it? They do 1,036 posts a month. And they hit with that 1 million followers in less than 4 years. Their company is called acquisition.com. It's a private equity firm, and they look for SMB founders with more than $1 million in profit. And their model is share free business education, then attract target companies, the ideal customer profiles, liaise with them at paid workshops, invest for cents on the dollar in these companies, and then grow the best performers with their distribution power. One company would be school.com, where they do it. And then they realize with that a return of more than 10x on their equity. The current results are $1 billion in portfolio enterprise value, 13x return on equity, and all of that with 0 external funding. So this shows that the content game also works in B2B. If you want to find more role models, you can just go to milliondollarcreators.club or scan the QR code in the top right corner. I interviewed more than 100 millionaire creators across all niches. It's all free content. Let me show you how it works. So there it is. I go to search database. You have to leave your email address, but you can use whatever. It's still free. And once that is loaded, you will see a list of creators here, and you can sort by revenue per follower. What you see is people that make millions of dollars with a tiny audience and that are really crushing it across all niches. Let's take an example. This guy, Pakalezeski, You can see the interview that I did with him on the podcast, $1 Million Creators. You see the business that he's running, the niche that he is in, the numbers that he has, the offer that he's selling, the price range of that offer from 40K to 250K. The tools that he uses when he launched it, the amount of customers he has, that he's a team of one, he has a net 90% margin, how he gets customers, what the funnel is, the audience size, how he grows the business, how he gets inspiration, how many hours he sleeps per night, what's his age, and where he currently lives. Okay, cool. So check that definitely out. Let's move on. It's a volume. It's a volume game. You won't hear the audio, so just like skip that. Essentially, he says that it's all about volume. Like you really have to crank out on all channels and get to the maximum amount of possible posts per channel. And the Hormozis post with that 1,036 times per month with only 2 days of effort. So this means they just spend 7% of their time on content. So that means they do not see themselves as content creators, but as business owners. And before we dive in on how to create this amount of content, the obvious question is, that you ask yourself now, like, but what about quality? And I tell you, quantity leads to quality. So I have 3 videos here, which you won't hear, but I started like super cringy in the beginning where like the setup was shit, the audio was shit, what I say was not good, it was like horrible. And then
Hello?
we brought next, see much better copywriting, much better visuals. And then this one here, storytelling is top of game. B-roll is top of game.
Guys, put me on.
Yeah, you're on.
Okay, Matthias, we hear your sound.
Yes.
Everything is fine. We can actually hear your sound. You can go through the videos. We heard the sounds of the videos.
Okay, and I would just like show these real quick, and we just skipped the one before. That's all right.
We just wanted to make sure that you can actually do your presentation. Sorry.
The button was there, but it's good that you hear it. So let's do it. So real quick, then let me spend 50 seconds on this. First one, that was December last year, December like 13 months ago, okay?
Menina, she's a former professional dancer alongside stars like Britney Spears and Beyonce, who graced TV screens on America's Got Talent, AGT, and...
Okay, so then this one.
Have you ever wondered how to make $1 million with social media? Just like at the $1 million mark, it's my gut feeling.
About $100,000 a month.
Meet Lily Adrian. She's now an educator and YouTuber who teaches content creators the latest strategies and trends on social media.
My secret is giving away everything I know for free.
Would you triple the business triple, so 3x by yourself in the next 12?
So that was summer last year and now autumn last year. Much better thumbnail, much better storytelling. Check this.
Forming a company and putting $4,000 enough for every American to live legally in Europe. You can structure yourself in a way that you're completely tax-free. We are getting 200K a month profit. Why would you go to a tax consultant who knows 99% of one country, but I know 90% of most countries? Of course, you can move to Puerto Rico, for example, but they have to live there for half a year, and that's not attractive for many people. So, but please, because the conditions get worse and worse, then other countries take off that.
Okay, good. So you see, quantity leads to quality, right? So the question is now, like how to ship quality content at scale fast in 2025. Number one, you need to pick proven content, and we use the content inspiration engine there. This engine helps you to never worry about content ever again because it creates an endless inflow of the best performing content on the web. And the topics are, how do you repurpose ideas from your feed? How do you generate your own ideas best? And how do you identify outliers? How do you learn from the best, the masters, which ads work best and what has really worked best in the past from your content? Then next, you want to produce quality content with the content production engine. So this engine helps you create high quality content, effectively delegate to contractors, and also to automate yourself better so that you only review scripts and record content 1 to 2 days per month like the Hormozis do. Then third, you want to publish quantities of content with the content repurposing engine. This engine helps you to repurpose content across platforms so that one piece of content can become 20 pieces of content. And lastly, you want to promote your best content with the content promotion engine. This engine helps you to get in front of your audience across your channels so that you can build up engagement and trust. And this is key to pre-sell your offers. And our ads actually convert 40% better since we started promoting our best content. All right. Demo time, let's double click on the content inspiration engine. In this market, the best creators are the best curators. So to master the game, you need to really create an endless inflow of the best performing content on the web. And that content inflow has to be 100% relevant for your brand so that you can produce strong quality content that fits your brand. We will do 4 demos, 2 easy ones that you can copy and paste instantaneously, 2 pro demos that require a bit of a setup. So let's start with ideas and the content idea prompt engine. Let's do it. So it's a GPT prompt, super simple. For GPT prompts, context is everything. You know that. So first, we want to brief the GPT. You are a viral content expert, right? Generate viral content ideas inspired by viral YouTube videos that hit more than 1 million views. Craft strong hooks, engaging copy, shareable formats, etc. Then second one, you want to replace your mission with my vision values with your mission values here. So that's like everything about me. It's all context. Then you want to select your content formats. For me, I want to educate my ideal customers. So then also be relatable and show them over and over again that it works. So for me, this is case studies, right? And then lastly, you want to insert your content pillars. I have 4 content pillars. It's automate marketing to get negative customer acquisition cost. Then sell offers that generate better revenue and cash flow. And the third one is peak independence, building their dream life. And then finally, role models, where I show how the masters do it, right? Then you take the whole thing, adapt it to you and put it into GPT, and then you get something like this. So this here is the table that you get. You have your content pillars and formats. So for my marketing West pillar, for example, I have then an idea, 7 AI tools to put your marketing on autopilot and slash your costs in half. Awesome, with a good hook as well. Then how I scaled my marketing as a father of 2 without missing a single family dinner. Really cool. And that goes on for offers and for self-peak independence. This one is also cool. 7 daily habits for Gen Y founders to stay mentally strong and productive in an AI-driven world, right? And so maybe look at masters real quick. Yes. The 5 most successful solo founders on social media, their brilliant branding secrets and what you can learn. So that's really cool. So look at the table, right? Strong ideas and strong hooks and super relevant for my brand, right? And this finally, is super relieving because I have an unlimited amount of really good ideas and I can use these now to create long form content pieces, YouTube videos, blog articles, newsletters, landing pages, or creating a set of short form pieces out of these, right? But will these really work? And how can you get even more clarity on the content? So let's take this to the next level with finding outliers. So how to find outliers? We first go to oneof10.com, and this helps you to spot outliers. And we copy and paste an idea that we maybe even got from the GPT prompt that we just put in. So let me put one in. Let's take this one, how I scaled not my marketing, but my business as a father of 2 without missing a single family dinner. Let's see what we got. All right, these are all outliers. And to give an example, the first one here, this video performed 32 times better than the channel's average of 9K views, right? So this is an outlier for this channel. And you now got proven video ideas that are highly relevant for your content that went viral, including the hook, the content, and the CTA, right? The call to action. So it's key to understand now that today, all of these videos drive traffic to paid offers in the end, somehow. And this brings you clients. So let's take it to even another level up. How can you create a video now like that? It's important to know that 100% of all successful creators are scripting. Everyone is scripting. It's a foundation for any viral video. So you need to create a banging script next before recording your video. So how can you take a viral video and repurpose it to create your own video in your own tone of voice, right? So let's pick one. I will pick this one here. This is a CDO dashboard, how to run 10 million plus business in 1 hour per week. And let's have a look at it. This is it.
You can manage your entire business in just 14 seconds from a single spreadsheet. In this video.
Okay, this is cool because, first of all, it's like still growing. So almost no flattening, even like after almost a year. So this means he gets customer from this still 24/7. It's also a good funnel because he created a CEO dashboard, which is likely a value asset, a freebie that he gives away in the end for free to collect leads that then later translate into paying clients. And by the way, for this video, YouTube pays him to get leads. As he's getting paid to get leads. And it's really cool. So what we do next is we want to repurpose that, right? So I grab the URL, I go to youtubetranscript.com. Then I put the URL in youtubetranscript.com. I hit go and I wait for the transcript. I wait 4 seconds. And 4, 3, 2, 1, there it is. Then I copy the entire transcript. Now I go to Claude. I think Claude is stronger in copywriting than GPT. Actually, I will open it too because I want to show you something else. And here I have my AI copywriters, long form, short form, LinkedIn, sales pages, X threads. This is a long form piece. So I take the long form AI copywriter and I just put in the transcript that I just got. And I will give quick introductions here for the GPT. And I say, hey, I really like this transcript of this viral YouTube video. Please repurpose it for my own brand.
Hi,
And then I
I'm
give it
doing
a
a live
go.
broadcast in a minute. If you could just push the door. Great, thank you.
Good, you're still, I can hear you, whoever that was. Let's go on. So while this is created, I want to give you quickly the rundown how these 5 AI copywriters are built. So important is the context. GPT context is important, right? You have the project description, which essentially briefs the GPT about all the files that I'm inputting. You have, actually, let me show you the Word files, just easier for you. You have the project description, which is the briefing for the GPT. There's a task, which was the prompt that I gave, about me, writing guidelines, swipe files, and meta compliance if I create ads, actually. The about you is just a briefing about my brand, my company, my values, everything I stand for. The writing guidelines is how you want it. So my instructions on hook, content, CTA. And then the swipe file, which gives Claude a briefing on what good looks like. So what I've done here is I've, again, used YouTube transcript. I looked at videos that I really loved. I took the transcript, put it in here. This is a 300-page document, right? That is used as context. And actually also here, in addition to the guidelines, right, for the writing guidelines, I looked for outliers on YouTube on how to write viral long-form YouTube videos. Then again, I used the transcript using youtubetranscript.com and put it in here in order to brief the GPT on how to write viral long-form YouTube videos and so on, right? So that's essentially how I give context. And then let's look how the script is doing. Here, the automated created CEO dashboard, how I manage my 7-figure business in under 20 seconds daily. You have a strong hook. You have the outline of the video itself. You can now, of course, double and triple click on that and ask the API to refine it further. And it will likely have in the end a CTA. Download my create a CEO dashboard template, which would be the value asset, the freebie that you would put in order to get leads through that video. Okay, so really, really cool. And now let's take this, let's just go pro. Let's go to the next level. And here's the content master inspiration engine. So this is how you pick proven content from the masters now. Okay, so what is the best content of the best creators out there? Here I use Airtable, which is Google Sheets on steroids. And then I just pick the handles of the people that I really like, right? So for example, once this is loaded, give it 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, there it goes. These are people that I like on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, X, and LinkedIn. Then I just put in a handle. Let's say it's take Tom Billieux, sold his company for $1 billion, has good content, run now. So now the script is being triggered where in the background systems actually now pull all the content of the last 12 months of Tom Billieux, and then I can see what content really performed best. Let's give an example while this is running with Alex Hormozy on YouTube. So in the end, the content will be put into this sheet here, videos. Here's Hormozy. This is all his content of the last 12 months. I see exactly, let's look at the KPI here. This is his engagement of all the videos, his shares, likes, comments, right? The best performer is this one, 14.3%. It's an absolute banger. Like this one crushed it last year. You get the thumbnail, your first million, right? That was the thumbnail. You get the video asset, which is this one. It's not like on YouTube. It's actually here in the database, 80 minutes. You get the title. You can open the original file on YouTube. And really important, you get the SRT, which is the transcript, which is what he says every single split second throughout the whole video, which is, again, the foundation for your AI copywriters to then repurpose that video in your tone of voice, right? So this is how it works. Let's look under the hood. How does it really work? So we use make.com. Make.com, here are the scenarios where actually it pulls the data from the Airtable. It then uses web scrapers and puts it back into the Airtable. So let me show that real quick. This would be it. So here, this is the make.com automation to look for Airtable for a new record. Then it goes to Epify. Epify is a full stack web scraping platforms, all no code, right? So you can do this without being a developer. Here's an Instagram scraper that I set up, and then it just like pulls the content. This is like Tom Belleux, what I just triggered, right? Like he's pulling now all the content, which will take some time. Going on, once this thing is finished, it then gets a notification from the web scraper, puts it back into the Airtable with all the content. I show you something which goes a little bit quicker, which is we just go straight to Tom Belleux's Instagram and we pick a reel that we really like. So let's say here are the reels. Let's say I like this one a lot because it has a lot of views. It was really good. So I click on it. I grab the URL. I put it in my Slack. I have a Slack channel that is also connected to Mac.com, which I just did. And now the Slack channel is actually being listened here. Every 15 minutes, I will now fast track it. It just grabbed the URL that I put in. It's now triggering Epify. Epify will now run another job, starting the crawler, getting the content. And once that one single thing is finished, it will actually say, hey, I'm finished. And then it will create the whole files for that. So that will happen in less than 10 seconds. Let's see. You should see it in a second. There it comes. It goes up here, creates the Google folder. It's now routing it, putting the file in there. It also creates the audio version of it because I want to create the transcript from it. I don't use the video, use the audio because the file size is smaller. And then once that is converted to audio, it puts it into Whisper, OpenAI, to then get the transcript, also puts it into the folder. So once that is finished, it will take another 15 seconds. We look at the outcome and see if that's actually interesting. So Cloud Convert will finish. So now Whisper is starting. Whisper will not take long. It's an audio, and there, boom, it goes into the folder. So let's now look into the folder. This is my inbox for my content production engine, which is the second step. Now, in this inbox, I have this thing which I just scraped. Tom Belleux, you see 2:16 is my local time. I'm in East Coast. And here you see the first frame. This is the reel that we just pulled. Here's the MP4. This is the video. And you have here the transcript of it, the SRT, right? Transcript, and also the caption of what the text that this reel was posted with. Okay, so really, really cool. To also share that with you guys, I will quickly share the links to all of these tools in the chat, so then you can grab it, steal it, and repurpose it. So there you go. Almost finished now. Let's move on. So to wrap this up, the social media game is not bubbly Gen Z girls taking selfies, doing random posts, scrolling 24/7 without any structure or plan and no ROI. It actually is an authentic branding with faces that attract ICPs, doesn't have to be yourself, shipping quality content at scale, converting clients without sales teams, and automating workflows with AIs, like I just shown you, and making more profit right away. Like payback periods, doesn't matter anymore. To me, the engine changed everything because I could not grasp how to use social media with AI before. I just couldn't. And as I couldn't grasp it, I struggled to commit to it. And now, as it's clear that it's just a system that works, you can own and use it to acquire clients at zero cost. And you won't feel held hostage by your business anymore. And this will ultimately enable you to live a free and independent life that is exciting, adventurous, with time for yourself and your family, financial abundance, and where you only focus on the parts of your business that you really love and that really drive value to the people out there. So you learned today how to effectively market in the era of social media and AI, where you find your role models, milliondollarcreators.club, that you call it business media, not social media, as all your prospects, B2C, B2B, doesn't matter, are there. We spoke about Marketing OS and how the engine will get you more customers. Never run out of content ideas again with the content idea prompt engine, with the right tools, Make.com Airtable 1 of 10. And you saw how to build Claude AI copywriters to generate really quality content in your tone of voice. So most importantly, you realize it's just a system that gives you control to achieve predictable success, to master the new era of social media and AI. Thank you so much for your time. If you want the slides, just scan the QR code. And also if you want to 0 to 60,000 followers for a company account, that is huge on LinkedIn. She grew a personal account from 0 to 12K in less than 7 months. And so I put always people in place. I think I said that a couple of times. Maybe I should have shown it more. That really attracts the right person. In sales, who attracts the target customer? Ideally, you take someone that is one of them. In recruiting, you take someone that like communicates on founder, on leader level, that attracts A players, right? But you don't have to be I'm pretty much faceless. My accounts are like small. I'm now getting into it a little bit, but like we have done all of that with faces, right? And faces that represent your company brand. It's just like converts better, and you can, it's just, yeah. So that's the short answer to this.
Okay. Thank you so much. Actually, I mean, you're talking a lot about automation, but what are the first steps? You were showing really advanced stuff. Like, what would be your recommendation as a first step for viewers to take tomorrow with the ask for a short answer?
Yeah, I think like first thing I would do, get clarity on your brand. So nailing the brand strategy, like understanding what the purpose really is, but because without that, you will not get to that dream state, that dream life that you're looking for. That also includes defining the brand faces, right? Once you have full clarity on that, have a couple of tools and systems on how to get there in a really short amount of time, then you should do your first 100 posts. You like post, you get in the habit of posting, you get over the cringe, and at some point it just will feel natural. It's part of your life then. Or of the brand phases that you have picked, right? And then you reiterate on your strategy, and then you start building out your funnel, your offer. You start to like build in distribution and conversion as early as possible. And you always like build on top of the automations and workflows that you build so that you can achieve a ton of output and quality with a really small team.
Yeah, Matthias, thank you so much. Go back to work to the next 50 million without showing your face. We don't want to hold you up any longer, but I'm pretty sure you're getting questions on your profile on LinkedIn. Thanks so much for contributing.